A while back I picked up this parking pole. It's an OEM Toyota one. I think it was made for a Tacoma because it came with this pigtail. And it looks like, based on the instructions I got, that it's supposed to hook up to the corner light, but the corner light doesn't exactly match up. The connector doesn't match up with the ones on my truck. So I'm just going to hardwire it in. I'm going to go just through a little switch in the dash. I'm not going to use a relay. I measured the current draw and it was only like 20 milliamps, so I don't think I would need a relay, but if you disagree, let me know. I have no problem adding one. It's just if I don't need one, then I don't see the point in adding one. Then I've got this fuse, little fuse holder that I'll put somewhere near the battery. But yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. It's just, it's got a little LED down in here, and then the light travels up into the top here. Please don't focus behind it, that'd be tight. Yeah, so that lights up. Pretty cool. Got the little Toyota logo right there. So I'm going to get started. So there's this little cutout thing here on my interior, on the dash, just to the left of the dimmer switch. It already has a hole drilled in it, so I figure I'll mount the switch for the light there. What I like about it is that I can just pull it right out. So, you know, if I wanted to mount the switch like right here or something, if I drill the hole and I decide I don't want that switch in there someday, well, that sucks. That hole is still in there. So I'm gonna drill it on that little piece right there, and I'll mount it up. Alright, I got it mounted. I did not have the right size drill bit, so I just had to kind of circle it back and forth and expand it over time. It took a while. So I don't think this is going to focus, but basically this is pin 1, 2, and 3 on this switch, and I've drawn out how I'm going to wire it up. These are probably not the right symbols, but basically I've got I'm going to fuse it, a 2 amp fuse. This draws like nothing, and 2 amps is the smallest fuse I saw at O'Reilly's. So this is the positive on the battery. I'm going to put a fuse really close to the battery. Coming out of the fuse, I'm going to go to pin 1, which was that top one, and then pin 2 is going to go to the load, which is the LED, which is right here, and then pin 3 just goes to ground on that switch. So then from that LED, I'll probably just ground it, which will basically bring it right back to the negative on the battery, unless I can easily wire it to the battery. I haven't even looked yet, but I'll probably end up just grounding it. As of right now, I have the positive and negative ran that are going to go, the red one's going to go to the battery, the black one is going to come through the switch out to the light. I just have the wires pulled through the cab here. They go up through a grommet. They go up through that grommet there and come out, wired them next to my amp wiring, and I'm running it along here under that little fuse and relay box. The red wire is going to go, well, here actually on the other end of this fuse. And then I'm going to have some excess wire, and that's going to go to the parking pole, which is going to go right there. And then the excess, because I'm going to have this distance from here to here basically, extra. If that makes any sense, because I'm going to cut one here and cut one there. They go through the same sheathing, so I'll have a little bit extra. I'm going to use that for the ground on the switch on the inside of the cab. So now I'm going to mount the pole right around here or so it'll stick up like this. So I just need to drill a hole here. I'll drop that pole through, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with my wiring from there. It's mounted up now. It's not, I don't know. It looks pretty straight from some angles, it looks a little crooked from others. Maybe I'll have to tweak it and dial it in later. I gotta get this done by tomorrow. Actually, I have to get this done in like an hour, because I have plans tonight and I'm going to Toyota Fest tomorrow, and it has to be done by then. It has to be done by tomorrow morning. So, down, where is it? Somewhere around this coolant reservoir, there's a little hole that'll be able to, that I can run these wires through to bring it down to the connector on the bottom. So I'm going to pull them through now. Alright, they're pulled through. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to cut this connector right here, or cut these wires right here. And that way, if I ever have to pull the bumper off, I can disconnect it right here and pull it off. I'm going to cut them right here, throw some butt connectors on there. The red one, let's see. How do I have this ran? I think the red one's going to have to go to the black one on here. I'll figure it out. I'll refer to my diagram. Alright, I got ahead of myself and didn't record some things. So I'm all done. I mean, basically, I got it working. There's some tidiness issues that I would like to clear up. Popped a fuse in there. As in, I put one in there, not the fuse popped. I ran all the wiring, connected everything, and then realized I had a bunch of excess inside the cab because I had left excess just in case I needed it, but then I forgot to tighten it up. So I have all this excess wiring I just bundled up. That can go in there for now. The ground for the bulb I just attached to, where are we at here? Ah, there it is. Can I get to it? Man, that is difficult to see. There it is. I just attached it to one of the bumper mounting bolts. You can see that? I figured that should be a pretty good ground. There's like very little current passing through this anyway, so not too worried about it. Then on the inside, there was a self-tapping screw right up there. I don't know if you can see that. But there's a self-tapping screw right up there with nothing going to it. There's a connector but no wiring. So I just threw the ground for the switch up there. And I think that about covers it for wiring. I'll pop this back in. So when I turn this on, I don't know if you can see that. In the bottom there, there's that little dot. That's the LED lit up. See how it turns off? It's so bright out, it's hard to tell if this stuff's even working, but it is. So there, it's on. And now, this is on. Not sure if you can tell. See it? It's on. I'll get a video of it at night so you can actually see what it looks like. But there it is.